Filming workouts in a small space is not easy, but it's not impossible. I'm going to take my years of experience in independent cinema and commercials to show you how you can tackle this situation in 5 easy steps, transforming your videos from this to something like this. Let's go. The gear I'm recommending will be slightly on the budget end, but I'll make sure that your purchases can grow with you so that you don't end up buying something similar twice. I will have purchase links down below so you can find them easily at the end of this video. For this tutorial, I'm using my guest bedroom. It's an older house with low 8 feet ceilings, and the dimensions are approximately 10 by 13 feet. I feel this room can pretty much replicate most small spaces that people are filming in. Because you need a decent amount of room to record your workout, we're going to begin by moving the bed and clothing rack all the way up against the wall. Now, we're not going to be winning any interior design awards here, but it gives us the most filming space to work with. Natural light looks great in fitness videos, but that also means you're at the mercy of the sun staying consistent throughout the entire workout session. So what we're going to do is we're going to control the ambient light in this room so that it's basically going to black out the entire room so we can bring in video lights, and therefore all of our videos will look consistent. Now, simply just closing the blinds is not enough. As you can see, there's still some residual lights coming in. What we're going to do instead is you can either install some blackout curtains, or we can tape simple black trash bags onto the windows and blacken out the room that way. It's time to add in our video lights. We don't want to just use the ceiling lights, as it looks a bit harsh and doesn't make the space look very inviting for a workout. The lights I'll be using are made by Amaran. They have various options depending on your needs, and their price points are perfect for creators. Plus, their ecosystem of products lets you expand into their professional lineup of equipment as your channel grows. So, the lights you purchase today are never obsolete. If you only have the budget right now for one video light, then I would highly suggest just going with the Amaran 60DS. Its price to power ratio is more than enough for a controlled room environment. And if you want to save some additional cash, I'll see if I can find some used ones and link them down below. We're also going to be using an umbrella diffusion to further soften the light as it bounces off the ceiling. And with a basic light stand, what we're going to do is we're going to place it near where our camera's going to be, just a little off to the center of it. And we're also going to raise the light stand so that the light is directed up into the ceiling, but also kind of bouncing towards where we're going to be filming. The reason we want to do this is because the light is going to hit the white ceiling and it's going to reflect and bounce around in the room. Therefore, it's going to help eliminate any sort of harsh shadows just a little bit. As you can see in this comparison, the shadows no longer look harsh. And because of the Amaran's high color accurate LEDs, my skin tone and the room looks more true to life. When you're filming in a small room, your camera has to have a focal length of anywhere between 15mm to 24mm full frame equivalent. Now, most smartphones and action cameras will be within this range, or a nice content creator camera like the Sony ZV-1 with or without the wide angle adapter will also suffice. We're going to go ahead and place the camera as far away as possible from where we're going to be working out. If your workouts are primarily standing, place your camera in the vertical orientation and have it at about the height of your sternum. You can then adjust the tilt as needed. This vertical orientation is the best for limited spaces like this, as it ensures that we can see our full body while keeping ourselves away from the wall during the workout. If your workouts are primarily on the ground, adjust your camera to the horizontal orientation with the tripod legs at its lowest setting. Again, tilt the camera up and down as needed. You can also raise the tripod up and have the camera aimed downwards if you find this angle to be more useful for your floor workouts. The final step is getting good audio. If your video looks good, but your audio sounds like this, there's a good chance that they're not going to stick around for 20+ minutes to hear what you have to say. There are plenty of wireless audio options out there, like professional wireless headsets for fitness, but they do cost quite a bit and they are bulky. So we're going to go with the tiny Hollyland Lark M2 that I've been using for this entire video. This microphone is tiny and so light that it can magnetically attach to your shirt without flopping around too much as you move. It comes in various receiver versions depending on what you need. We have the traditional 3.5 if you're going into a camera with a microphone jack. There's a USB-C for smartphones or computers. Or if you have an older iPhone, they also have Apple Lightning. If you need more than one, they do have a full combo kit where it has all the receivers. In my case, I primarily need the 3.5 and the USB-C. And just like that, your videos go from looking and sounding like this to now looking and sounding like this. Now, what you're seeing here is the budget setup. So if you do have some more budget, then we can transform to something like this. In this big setup, I'm using a Varipole system so that I don't have any light stands on the ground. There are two Amaran 60Ds with space light diffusers to even out the lighting on myself as well as the whole room. There's also a third Amaran 60 above where I'm sitting with a reflector to give me my hair light while also shining a pattern onto the wall for some texture. And lastly, we have an Aperture B7 light bulb in this floor lamp from IKEA. This bulb allows me to control it to the perfect brightness so that we can still see the texture of the lampshade as well as some texture of the light hitting the wall. The one hidden feature in this lighting design I created for small bedrooms is that when you want it to be a filming studio, it can be a filming studio. When you want it to go back to a regular bedroom, you can do that, and it's all because of this Aperture space light that is able to collapse all the way back up to its top ring. So how you want to do this is you want to unzip the bottom just a little bit so the air can escape, and then you're going to grab the top ring and the bottom ring and you're going to start to rotate them in opposite directions. Once you've collapsed the space light all the way to the top ring, go ahead and use the included spring clamps. Make sure both rings are overlapping each other, and using 2 spring clamps, you can clamp it in place. And there you have it. The lights are now out of your way. I'm also 6 feet tall, so this gives you an idea of how much clearance you have when you collapse your Aperture space lights all the way up to the Varipoles. I loved creating this specific design for a small bedroom because there are no light stands on the ground. You don't have to tear down anything and store it away when you're not filming. You literally can just leave everything here, use it as a film studio when you need it as a film studio, then collapse this all the way up, and now you have your bedroom back. And all these lights can be controlled wirelessly through the Sidus Link app. It doesn't matter if you're using the more budget-friendly Amaran lineup, or if you start getting into the more expensive professional Aperture lights, they're all gonna work together in tandem. And this is what I meant by when you buy into the Amaran ecosystem, you're not gonna have an obsolete light. It's gonna be able to grow with you. I hope that these 2 different setups help inspire you to begin your fitness influencer journey. Now, I do get asked quite often by beginners, what's the best camera setting? My audio seems to be too low. My colors seem out of whack. To better help serve those questions, I have created a video course for 30 bucks that teaches you all the essential knowledge of videography. And the best part is you can take all that knowledge and apply it to this fitness setup, or you can even apply it to other types of videography services. So I'll link the course down below. And while you're down there, go ahead and leave a comment if there are any other types of setups you'd like me to break down for you. And also, please use my affiliate links as that does help support the channel. Like and subscribe for the YouTube algorithm, and at the very least, let me know why you agree with me that medium rare steak is the only way to eat steak. I'll see you guys next time.